Hi everyone, in this session we are going to make a simple media player voice command. For this we need to add a reference, and also we have to add some in our tool panel, all Windows forum. We don't have over here Windows media player. For this you have to right click on anywhere in your all Windows forum and click on right click and then choose items. Click on choose items. Then in the over here we have component, COM component, and we have .NET framework component. We are going to click on a COM component, okay, and then we are going to scroll down. Over here we have you can see over here Windows media player. We need this library wmp.dll, okay. Just check it and click OK. Now as you can see we have over here now Windows media player, okay. First of all we are going to click on the media player tab, and then we are going to resize our media player. We are going to resize it. Something like this. Okay. Now we need another list box, one list box. We need one list box. We are going to place this list box at the bottom. Just click on this and then dock position to bottom, okay. Change over here in the over here, just select bottom, dock bottom, something like this. Okay, now over here we also have to make this media player also dock to. You have to select like this, yes, dock to top, and then resize it. Now we need some buttons, like drag some buttons over here. We need more than 5 buttons, I think. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 buttons, 7 and 8 buttons, okay. Now we are going to Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V, okay. Now we have all of these buttons, okay. Now we need a image for these buttons, okay. For this we are going to use import our icons, our icon folder, okay. The first one we are going to click for a play button, okay. For play button we are going to get the image. No, first of all select all the buttons, and we are going to set the background transparent, okay, and then the tile we are going to background layout we are going to select zoom, okay, And the button style, button appearance, we are going to use 0 borders size. Okay, and then the flat style, we are going to change it to flat. Okay, something like this. Okay, now after that we have to click one by one, and we are going to add an image to our buttons. Okay, the first one, we are going to use this button to play button. Okay, select background image, not the image. We are going to use a background image, and then we are going to select our play button, click OK. Now as you can see, it's the image is in good shape. Okay, now we are going to set the size of the image, 40 by 40, something like this. Okay, we are going to remove the text of the button, which is called button 3. We don't need it. Okay, now delete the other buttons. I will show you the easy way to do the things. Delete all this one, and this one, and this one. Now we are going to copy this one, copy, Control C, Control V, then Control V, Control V, Control V. Okay, Control V. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, we need six buttons. Okay, the first one, we are going to use this this one is play button. Okay, and then we are going to use another button. We need another one, seven buttons we need. Okay, now what we have to do, we are going to select this one to make it pass button. We are going to change the background image of this one. We are going to select this pass button. Okay, now we have it. Now we are going to set another button for stop. Okay, select the background image, stop button, this one, click yes. Okay, now we need another button for previous button. For this, we are going to select the image, and this is the previous button. Click OK. Now we have previous button, or here we next to stop button we have to play to add the next button. Okay, select it, and then background image, import. Okay, next, this one is for next. Okay, now we have the next button. Now forward, we are going to use forward and reverse button. For this, the first one, the first button, we are going to use for reverse. Okay, import image. Okay, now this one is fast reverse, and then these are the last button, we are going to use a fast forward. This one is fast forward. Okay, and then click OK. Now we have all the buttons. Okay, we are going to set it in the middle. Okay, now we need another button. I will copy this button, Control C, Control V. This is for our we need another one. There's two we need. Okay, now I will select the first one, and I will choose a background image for speakers. Okay, speaker icon, and the second one we are going to choose again the speaker icon, this one. Okay, now we have the speaker icon. Okay, but we cannot see because it's the speaker icon is white color. For this we have to change our background color. Select your tab, okay, this tab, and then click on the pages, and then click on the forum here in the middle of the page. Now we are going to change the background color to black, something like this. Now you can see the background, see. And okay, now we have two buttons. Okay, then we are going to add another one for full screen. Now first of all I have to bring these buttons over here, near to here, because we need two more things over here. Okay, this is, we need one track bar. We need one track bar here. I have to bring these buttons over here, near to, and then bring the track bar near speakers. And then we need another button, Control V. We need this button for full screen. Now select it and then click on background image, browse the image. I have this transparent PNG for full screen icon. Okay, now we have it. Now we are going to rename our buttons. Okay, we are going to rename the first one. I have to make it okay, fast forward. We are going to call it fast forward BTN. Okay, fast forward BTN. And the second one we are going to use it previous. Button. And this one we are going to call it play button. Okay, and then the other one we are going to call it pause button. Because we already have a synthesizer pause button in our form, that's why we have to change the name of this something else. I will call it media pause button. Okay, I will call it media pause button. Then stop, we are going to also have a stop button, that's why we are going to call it media stop BTN. Okay, like this. The next one, the next to stop button, we are going to use a next button. And then we are going to use a fast forward. Oh, sorry, the first one we are going to use it fast reverse. Okay, reverse, and the last one we are going to call it fast forward. Okay, fast forward BTN. Okay, and then is speaker, one is the mute volume. Okay, one is mute, I will call it unmute. Okay, unmute. Okay, unmute underscore volume. unmute volume, and then this one we are going to call it mute volume. Okay, unmute volume. Okay, like this. Now we are going to send this mute volume behind this one. Okay, the unmute volume, behind the unmute volume. Just right click on it and then send to the back. Okay, like this. Then we are going to change the name of our track bar. I will call it voice speed, no, volume speed. Volume speed. And the last one we are going to call it full screen. Full screen. Okay, like this. We are going to make full screen. Okay, now we named all these things, and we need one playback timer. Okay, we need a playback timer. For this we are going to add a timer. Just drag it on your middle of your form, and then now I will call it playback timer. Okay, playback timer, like this. And then I'm going to save everything, and we are going to change our list box name and our media player name. For list box, we are going to change the background color. We are going to select the background color to black. Okay, and then we are going to change the fore color into white or button face. I think info is maybe info. And then we are going to change the border style to none. Okay, now we have, and we are going to change the name of this list box. We are going to call it playlist. Okay, we are going to call it playlist, like this. Okay, now we have done with these things. Okay, we are going to I have to bring the buttons little bit down. Okay, something like this. Yes. Okay, now we have all the buttons, and we have this icon. Now we need another thing. We have to send this pause button behind the play button. Okay, because we want that, first of all, we are going to enable our pause button to false. When we click on play, then we can pause then we will enable the pause button again. Okay, send it to the back, like this. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to bring these two buttons near little bit in the middle, something like this. Okay, now save the work. You have to save every time when you do some changing on your project. You have to save every time. Okay, now we have done with this. We need another button to add a playlist. Okay, for add playlist we need another button. We are going to call it playlist button. Control C, Control V. Let me see if I have icon for playlist. Yes, I have. Here it is. Okay, click OK. Now I will call this button a playlist. Add folder, add music. I will call it add music, add underscore music. Okay, now save all your work. Okay, after that we need some coding. We want this this media player. We don't want to show these buttons and this volume, default volume and other things. We want to hide this one. Okay, now what we have to do, click on view, or no, double click on your form. Okay, we want to on load function. Okay, main function load. Then we are going to use this. Oh, we have to give a name to our media player. The default name is media player 1. We are going to call it media player. Media player, something like this. Okay, media player, and then save it. Then double click on your form. Okay, first of all we are going to set the UI mode, user interface mode, to none. Okay, we are going to set our media player UI user interface mode is equal none. Okay, now save it. Okay, and then we are going to work on our playlist button. Okay, double click on your playlist button. Okay, now we are going to use this, some stuffs like we have to, first of all we are going to set a global string. We need to set global string for file and for the path. We have to set global string. Okay, now over here I will call it string array. I will use array. Okay, files, and then comma, then we are going to use paths. Okay, something like this. We have two variable name. Okay, with one is string array. We have two variables. You can use multiple variables for one string array. Okay, but you can do it in one line. Otherwise you can do it like this: string username and then string password. But you can do it the string array multiple variables. Okay, after that, now you can see the error is gone, file and path error is gone. Now we are going to give our playlist name playlist. We are going to give our this list box name. Okay, which is called playlist. Okay, this one. Okay, now what we are doing here, okay, like for example we are creating one, first of all we are creating our string variable username. which is getting the computer username, okay, system.environment.username, okay. And then we are going to use open file dialog, oft is equal new open file dialog, okay. Then we are going to initialize the directory for our open file dialog, which directory should open, okay. And then we are going to set the filters, okay, like extension files, like mp3, wave, mp4, movie, Windows Media Player, and other is FLV, and this kind of formats you can use, okay. I'm using these formats, okay, but you can add more if you want, okay. For me it's okay, I have this all, okay. Now then we are going to select multiple. Select multiple is for selection, to select multiple files, okay, at once, okay. If the file dialog result is equal okay, then we are going to give our string array variable file, okay, is assignment operator, and then our file dialog save file name, okay. This will get the file name and extension for the file selected, okay. The next one we are going to use our other array, string array paths is equal file name. This will get the file name of a selected file, okay, in the dialog box, okay. Then we are going to use a for each loop for int, okay. We are going to create an integer I is equal 0. We are going to initialize 0, okay. Then we are going to compare I is less than, if I is less than file, which is our string array, which holding all the save file names with the extensions, okay. If I is less than file length, okay, then we are going to increment, okay, I plus plus, okay. Then we are going to add our playlist to our this playlist list box. We are going to add these items, okay. Items dot add file, and then we are going to initialize with the I, okay. And that's it, okay. This is for add a playlist, okay. We are going we have done with the add music click, okay. After that we need another, we are going to start to work on our buttons, okay. Now first of all on click event, okay, and now we are going to double click on our play button, okay. First of all we are going to click on our play button, okay. Now for play button we have over here okay. Now if we are going to pass our playlist over here, playlist, our list box, okay, and then our media player, then we are going to pass our playlist again, then our media player, then media player again, okay. Now what we are doing over here, okay, if the playlist index, okay, is greater than 0, okay, then our media player URL, okay, which is we are calling URL the source, okay. So the source, our media player, is equal path, which is our holding the, as you can see over here, file name of all selected file. Okay, and then we are going to pass our playlist over here, selected index. Okay, selected index. Okay, now we are going to pass our over here our playlist selected index. Okay, if it's not greater than 0, if the selected one is not the first one, then we are going to play the media player will play the selected index. Okay, and then our media player will we are going to use the function ctl control. Okay, controls dot play. Okay, else the playlist index is equal 0, and then media player will play it. Okay, the first one, the first song. If it's greater than 0, then the media player will play the selected index. Okay,